So in this lecture, we're going to talk about some things that sound confusing. Gross profit, operating profit, and net income. Sounds like business school. Don't run away. It's easy. Very easy and stuff you have to kind of just be aware of. You don't really have to, yeah, you kind of have to calculate it if you're showing it to investors and things like that. If you have a existing business with profit. But if you're just planning, this is just good to know. So profit, okay? Simplest profitability metric is the gross profit, okay? And that's all the income remaining after accounting for cost of goods sold, okay? Cost of goods sold is a term, sometimes there's an acronym, COGS. It basically means includes only expenses directly associated with production of goods. What does that mean? It means you exclude things like taxes, one-time payments, debt, purchases of any kind, marketing, operating costs. So those are all excluded from your gross profit, okay? Now your operating profit includes all that, right? So you have your revenue, but the profit is your taxes, your debt, the purchases, marketing, operating costs, and what it took you to create. So basically everything, right? And then you figure out your operating profit. And then the net income or net profit is essentially what's left over. That's your, sometimes called the bottom line. Those are your actual profits. And that's actually it. It's pretty simple. You see that? It's really simple. There's just really three things to keep in mind. The first thing is the gross profit you see here. That's really the profit if you don't count like one-time fees or legal fees or anything that didn't go directly into calculating your that's everything that didn't. Sorry, let me start over. Your gross profit is basically you take away everything. Like, you don't count taxes, you don't count one-time fees, you don't count the marketing costs. This is only the cost that it took to produce the product. Okay. The operating profit is really everything else. Well, because your business doesn't live in a vacuum. You have to have marketing costs, sometimes legal costs, sometimes other costs, sometimes rent, whatever. Right? So that's really more of like the health of your business. And of course, the net income is you take your revenue and you subtract your all the expenses, right? Very simple. So those are these seemingly complicated businessy terms, but they're pretty simple. And in the next lecture, we'll kind of use them a little bit to have further calculation.